Hi, my name is Matt and I work as Technical Director at Xceed. And today we're going to be talking about one of our biggest products called the Xceed DataGrid for WPF. I think a little bit of history is in order before we get started, so you can understand a little bit better where the product comes from. So in the early days of WPF, so that was the .NET Framework 3.0, Xceed was working with Microsoft in order to build a product that was not going to be released at the time by Microsoft. So when the Xceed DataGrid for WPF was released, it was the only data grid available on the market at the time. And since we were pushing hard for the framework to have success, we did not charge our customers anything. So we really wanted the technology to work, and we didn't want people to avoid WPF because they were missing control. So that's why Xceed decided to build a data grid for WPF and put it free as a version 1.0. So it is a very big product. I wasn't sure how I was going to introduce the product. I can't just go over every single feature because it is such a big product. So what I decided to do instead is show you how you can figure out for yourself if the product does what you need. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on the Xceed website and we're going to look at a software called the Live Explorer, which will allow you to look at all the functionalities available. But even before that, let me tell you that if you're trying to do something with the data grid or a data grid, 99.9% of the chances our product will support it. So if you don't see it in the sample, the best thing to do would be to contact support or matt@xceed.com and I'll get you started. That's how feature rich the product is. So if we go on the website, on the Xceed website, we're going to go on products and services. Let's go down to WPF. Let's click on data grid. So you're going to be greeted with all this information about the product. I encourage you to give it a quick read. It's a good summary of all the features available in the product. So, but there's a sample here that you can load called, if you click on click once, try it live using the click once installer, you're going to be prompted with a download. You can just go ahead and run it. And once you do, you're going to be greeted with this little application. Let me show it to you. All right. So this software actually showcases all the features available in the product, and we decided to organize it in a way that it's easy for you to find what you need. So let's start with displaying data. So as I was saying, it's divided in different sections. All of these samples have their source code available when you install the product. So you can just go ahead basically and copy paste some of our samples in order to get started with your data grid. So you don't have to learn all the subtleties of the product if you don't need to. So in displaying data, that's where we're going to showcase the different views available on the product. By views, I mean, you want a table view, as simple as that. Do you want card views, data represented in this manner? A lot of our customers back then asked us for a tree view version of the product. So if it was possible for the Xceed DataGrid to display data as a tree view, that's possible. And we also have a whole bunch of themes available for you that we added over the years. So we have Metro. We have a Windows 10 theme, which is very light and will most likely fit in most of your application scenario. The next section is about all the editors and how you're going to edit data in the data grid. So it's a good place to see what editors are included with a product. So I encourage you to take a look. You know, we have validation also is mentioned there. The next big sample category that we have is organizing data, which is some of the most commonly asked for functionalities you'll find there. Either is grouping, as I've selected right here. Master detail is also something that a lot of our customers ask for, and so long and so forth. You have a section about statistics, filtering, merge columns, merge cells, span cell, so on and so forth. The next section is called binding data. So depending on the data source that you work with, well, we have a little section that showcases all the typical scenarios you could find. In this case, we did a little cute thing where the data constantly is changing, and based on the previous and next value, the look is a little different. So that's one of the many things we can do with a product. We also have examples that showcase how the grid performs under heavy load. So if you have 100,000 rows, for example, how well does the grid react? How's the scrolling, even though you have a lot of data? So that's all available here. And in the and more section, you'll find samples that didn't really fit in the other categories. For example, how to use the Xceed DataGrid in an MVVM context, how the printing works, how you can export data from the data grid to Excel or CSV file, how to persist user settings. So basically, if a user sets a configuration of his data grid in a way, he's going to be able to reload it automatically if you want. So once again, the data grid is so feature rich then that anything you're looking to do with a data grid, our product will be able to do it. In doubt, let us know, and we'll make sure that we help you get started, because there's probably very little features that we're aware of that is not possible to do with our product. So that was a very quick overview. I realized that I did go really fast on all the sections. I encourage you to visit that sample. And again, worst case, just let me know, drop me a line, and I'll guide you through the process. So just send me an email at matt@xceed.com, and I'll help you out. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day.